All right, guys, I try to be conscious of when I get influenced by influencers, but I have to say it happened. It went down, but maybe not the influencers you think, and maybe not the product that you've saw most recently. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam, ring announcer, wrestling fan, and collector here in the Mountain State. Saw a lot of videos this week on a certain product from Bulletproof Studios. A special release of four 3D printed statues of the Macho Man ice cream bars, four different eras of the Macho Man, each with their own trading card from Bulletproof Studios. The pre-orders are up now. The first order sold out immediately. They went in stock July 1st, and it was very popular. A ton of videos from the Kyle Petersons to the Fig Heels to the Major Pod, of course. And that's where I first saw them back in June, was on the Major Pod Network. But it wasn't the Macho Man that I had to have. I actually got connected with RetroRemix 3D, which is the artist. His name's Tony Daughtry. And I noticed another item that he had up on his Etsy store. And they've got all kinds of cool stuff on there, a neat Hasbro ring, some other cool items on the Retro Remix 3D site. But it was when I returned from the Miss Elizabeth exhibit that I started following Jeremiah, who has a bunch of stuff in that exhibit, and we communicated a little bit. And then, sure enough, a few days after I got back from the Miss Elizabeth exhibit, he made a post of an item that I just had to have. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video just what that is. But we've got two nights for Appalachian Championship Wrestling at the Putnam County Fair. These shows are always so fun. Man, I've worked with Barbarian there, with Rhino there. Of course, Shane Douglas is always there. The Mortons have been there and are going to be there again this year. Lord Crew is on the bill, Aaron Williams as well, and of course, the Atrocity Cruel is headlining the first night. And then Josh Bishop's going to be back in the house for a match against Kane and Christopher. That's all coming up at the Putnam County Fair this week. B-Dub season continues, I believe, next week. I had 6 shows last month in June and several this month as well. I think it's going to end up being 4 shows. So check out Appalachian Championship Wrestling this month. And of course, All-Star Wrestling will be getting back into action before too long. What can I say about the Sternwheel Slamboree, except it was a huge success. Great to be a part of the regatta, thanks to Matt Sutton and Mayor Goodwin in her office, my friend Tim Brady, and of course, my co-organizer, Bishop Baylor, for stepping up to help organize the 3rd annual Sternwheel Slamboree. Huge crowd at a new location. The audience was in the shade this year, which was a bonus for them. It was still hot in the ring. We had some of the fastest paced wrestling action you'll ever see. When the ring is hot, the ropes were hot. And the turnbuckles were hot. The mat was hot. It was hot down there. One of the hottest days of the year. And thankfully, we all survived for the most part with mild stroke symptoms. Bishop Baylor, man, what a match. A 3-way match for the RPW title. Those guys brought out all the stops. There was tables, there was doors, there was thumbtacks. And Troy Parker walked out on his second reign as the Regatta Pro Wrestling Champion after 3 years. Over 700 days, Bishop Baylor reigned as the RPW Champion. Got to give a shout out to all the guys in that main event match and to everybody that helped out. The legend George South was in the house, really saved the day when we were setting the ring up. So I've got an all new level of respect that was already at the utmost level for the legend George South, Mr. Number One. He saved our tail man at the Sternwheel Slamboree. It's a great show. Thanks to all my co-promoters. Thanks to all the organizations, ACW, Power Slam, All-Star Wrestling, and of course, Pro Wrestling Conquest. Thanks to everybody that worked to help make that show possible. And don't forget Slam Plaza headed back to Slack Plaza on Friday, September the 19th. So keep an eye out for that. All right, I was influenced, but it was by Jeremiah, the co-Miss Elizabeth collector, the guy who donated a ton of stuff to the exhibit in Frankfort, Kentucky. You got to go check out my video on that if you haven't already. Still promoting that video all this time later and still adding new stuff to the Miss Elizabeth collection. Check this out. Here's the stand. If that looks familiar, probably from the logo card, the Miss Elizabeth logo card from what is it, the 1990 classic set, I think, that had the logo cards in it. But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. All of the marketing has to say, not actual ice cream, do not eat. 3D printed statue of Miss Elizabeth I think this is like the trading card pose. If you check out the 88 wrestling playing cards, that is, I think this is the design of the Miss Elizabeth. And of course, she's the queen in that set. Can you hear that thunder? We'll see how good the Zoom recorder does in blocking out that thunder. Let's see if I can get her to go into focus there. And so this is not an officially licensed product, but if you go on to the Retro Remix 3D Instagram page, which I'll put a link down below, he's got a special custom order thing. These are art pieces, after all, a tribute piece, and I think he can do one to your liking. He showed a Razor Ramon one, sent one of those to Matt Cardona. He sent La Puma, the Hulk Hogan's. What great marketing from Tony, really reaching out to the heart of us fans who have that connection, have that nostalgia for those ice cream bars, and he delivered. And congratulations to Tony, I think, for hooking up with Bulletproof Studio. They do very high quality stuff. Check out that crown and scepter that are already sold out. The pre-orders are up now for the 4-pack of the Macho Man ice cream bars. The box is incredible. The trading cards are each made by a different artist, which I think is just so cool to support 4 different artists and get their designs involved and support our guy Tony from Retro Remix 3D. And shout out to Bulletproof Studios. Ton of great stuff there. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more from that company in the future. I'm going to get out of here before the floods start. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope to see you next time and come see us at the matches. Remember to look at the camera.